Hello students, today our lesson is lesson number 6, the properties of seawater. As you all know, the seawater, ocean water, it is saline. What is salinity? Salinity means the salt which is contained in water. The salinity of the oceans depends on factors like rate of evaporation and supply of fresh water. Oceans where rate of evaporation is more than the supply of fresh water, the salinity is higher. Means where the rivers, lakes, fresh water supply is less, it is not getting mixed with water, there the level of salinity is more. Ocean where supply of fresh water exceeds the rate of evaporation, salinity is low. Salinity is not affected much in areas where supply of fresh water and evaporation of water is low. Thus, ocean located on same latitude do not have the salinity. With increasing depth, the temperature of sea water decreases to a certain limit because while most of the sun rays radiate back from the surface of the sea, some of them penetrate to certain depths in the water. As a result, the intensity of sun rays decreases with the increasing depth. Means where very much the depth is very high, means very deep, the sun rays are not reaching over there and evaporation is not taking place. The temperature decreases up to 2000 meter depth. After 2000 meter, the temperature of the sea water is uniform everywhere. The Arabian Sea lies lying to the west and Bay of Bengal lies to the east of India. Many large peninsular rivers drain their waters in the Bay of Bengal, and on the contrary, only small seasonal coastal rivers drain in the Arabian Sea. Hence, the salinity of the eastern coast is 34% while it is 35% in the Arabian Sea. Thus, there are more salt pans on the western coast of India than its eastern coast. Density of seawater. Temperature and salinity are the two properties of seawater that control the density of the seawater. If temperature reduces, density of water increases. Cold water is denser and so is saline water. As compared to salinity, temperature affects the density more. Hence, sometimes more saline water has lower temperature at the surface. Seawater having higher temperature and low salinity can have lower density. Now, what are the factors affecting surface water temperature? Temperature is a major property of the seawater. The surface temperature of the seawater is not uniform everywhere. This is dependent on different factors. Latitudinally, the surface temperature of the seawater decreases from the equatorial areas towards the poles. Beside this, cyclones, rainfall, sea waves, ocean currents, salinity, pollution, convergence, flow, and seasons also affect the surface temperature. Regions where cold ocean currents flow, the surface temperature of ocean water is less. The region where the warm currents move, the temperature increases. Now, we are going to learn about the distribution of salinity around the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. The uneven distribution of temperature on Earth and uneven supply of fresh water affects the salinity of water. Region between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn is called as the tropical zone. You know, the region which lies between Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, that region is called as a tropical zone. In the tropical zone, temperature is higher. Hence, the rate of evaporation is also higher and therefore salinity is higher. Where temperature is high, the salinity in water is high. Now, temperature is a major property of the seawater. Seawater up to the depth of 500 meter is called as surface water. The surface temperature of the seawater is not uniform everywhere. Means till the 500 meter, the temperature in sea, ocean is not even. Even means same. Somewhere it is warm, somewhere it is cold. So it is different. It is different. So below it is even. Latitudinal, the surface temperature of the seawater decreases from the equatorial areas towards the pole. The average temperature in equatorial area is around 25 degrees Celsius, while it is about 2 degrees Celsius near the poles. Beside this, cyclones, rainfall, sea waves, ocean currents, salinity, pollution, convergence, flow and seasons are also affect the surface temperature. As I told you, region where cold ocean currents flow, the surface temperature of ocean water is less, while the region where the warm currents move, the temperature increases. So students, you have understood the salinity, where the salinity is more.